Bienvenidos a la Amigos Flyways podcast. We are your host, Joey and Cal, on these Amigos Flyways episodes. The podcast. Welcome. Bienvenidos.
What up, dude?
We're ripping
Yep.
this Wednesday, guys. We are ripping. The Flyways Hunt Club has been just popping off. Thank you guys to everyone who has subscribed and been a part of it. It has been so much fun.
Yeah.
To be able to live stream with you after our normal Wednesday podcast and to play games and to give away stuff. So thank you so much for being a part of that.
Yeah.
Hey, Cal, did you also know that this podcast is brought to you by First Light?
What?
Did you know that? They have some pretty, I don't know, how do you say, is pretty cool merino wool.
Really?
It's widowy, pretty great stuff.
How do you spell merino?
Merino, MEWINO. Merino. Guys, if you have not checked out First Light's base layers and their rugged wool collection, you are insane. Just about as insane as my hair is right now.
You're actually more insane than your hair.
It ain't good. It ain't good.
Albert
So go to
Einstein.
firstlight.com, check it out, tell them that we sent you, even though there's no possible way for you to do that. Thank you.
But do though sometime.
But do
somehow.
that. Yeah, go to
Figure
the
something
go to the
out.
flagship store in Haley.
Yep.
Check it out. It was actually a dope ass store.
It is cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Haley's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can hear my children chirping around in the background.
Oh, they
like
are chirping.
like a couple of cardinals.
You know what else you can hear?
What's that?
Got him.
That was good. This is good. Yeah. This is very good.
Is it just like the vibes are higher because it's so nice out?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
seasonal depression is gone.
Yeah.
Seasonal depression is gone. Buddy.
I get it bad.
You get seasonal,
I mean, like
seizurely
not where
depression?
I'm like sad all the time, but just like once the sun comes back out, I'm like, oh shit, this is dope.
It was 72 today.
74 at my house, Carter.
Fire.
Yep.
Last Saturday was 84 degrees here at my house.
What?
Yeah.
No.
That was in your car.
Yeah.
No.
No, bro.
Okay. Whatever. I checked out my phone and my house thermometer outside.
Damn.
The thermometer outside.
You got like 10 more degrees than me, and I live like 25 minutes north of here.
Oh, I thought it was 37.
It's 37 because the roads are
I
fucked
thought it was
to get here.
37.
If the crow could fly, it's 20.
But the crow can't fly.
But they do,
That's
though.
tough.
Ravens fly, Cal.
Right.
You ever
But
seen
crows
Game of
fly,
Thrones?
too.
You ever seen Game of Thrones? They talk about it all the time in there.
Crows do fly, though.
Yeah. They hobble.
No, they don't.
They
just
hobble fly.
They fly.
I don't know.
They just fly, dude.
It's more of a...
Yeah?
I can't think of the word. I can't think of the word.
Uh-oh.
They kill deer through the air. How about that?
The killdeer of the air?
They kill deer through the
They
air.
kill deer. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
So you used another bird to describe what this bird does? in
Yeah,
the
you
air?
know, like the kill deer, they pretend like they're hurt to like get predators away from their nest.
Yeah.
That's how they fly.
Crows fly like they're hurt?
Yeah.
They kind of do, though.
They do.
They kind of do.
I'm not talking bullshit,
Yeah.
but I am talking bullshit because
Yeah.
I literally have no idea what I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm just pumped, man. Seasonal depression's gone.
It's nice, isn't it?
All my friends are killing snow geese without me.
That's cool, too.
Jake did borrow my dog, by the way.
Oh, Hank's gone.
Yeah, he's picked up over 200 geese.
What a
in
beauty.
just under a week.
Did Jake say he's been good?
Oh, yeah. He's been good.
Good.
He's been very good.
Good, man. I bet he's pumped.
Oh, yeah. He's loving life. He's
Yeah.
he's eating, sitting in a kennel outside of a pit, picking up 30 to 50 snow geese a day.
Yeah.
He's jacked.
It's perfect.
He's jacked.
If he could do that every day for the rest of his life.
I know. Sadly, I cannot give him that life.
Right. I don't know if you can. I don't know if anyone could. Not every day.
No, you'd have to travel a lot.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot.
Do
of
you see
traveling.
yourself ever going to a different hemisphere to shoot ducks and geese outside of our winter season?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Someday.
Where would you go?
I really want to go to like Greenland.
Same hemisphere.
For sure.
I'm sorry. That is the same hemisphere.
Same hemisphere.
So
Yep.
then, probably
So now,
not.
if the Earth is a globe,
Thank you.
right? Same hemisphere.
Well,
yeah,
is
yeah.
it though?
Well,
Let's be honest here.
Right. That is, and that's the question. You know, if Well, it depends which side of the portal, though. I think
Yeah,
that you're on.
Are you pre-ice wall or
Portal.
post-ice wall?
That would be
Current ice wall.
Oh no, yeah, it's pre-ice wall.
Okay.
So anyway,
Yeah,
where would
probably
you go?
not.
Where would you go in the southern hemisphere, Cal?
I don't know. Chile.
You go to Chile. Also, I don't like how you said that.
Why?
That's appropriation.
He said it correctly.
It's how you say it.
Chile.
What should I say, Joey?
Chile.
Okay.
It's Chile.
For a guy that knows a lot of Spanish,
Yeah.
it's Chile.
You can just say Chile, though.
But why?
Because, dude.
Why would I say what it isn't?
Do you say croissant? No, you do not.
No,
Thank
but
you.
that's different.
And I proved my point.
No, that's different.
And my point is proven.
Yeah. Do you go to Paris or Paris?
I go to Paris, dude. I don't go
Nice.
to Paris.
Paris.
I do not go to Paris.
Paris. Why do they do that?
Why
with
do you
their-
look at me? Mr. Bellebertrand.
I hate the way French people speak.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's like,
I don't like it.
yeah,
Pretentious.
It's
Pretentious.
like poopy speak.
You have peanut butter on the roof of your mouth.
Why do they talk like that?
I don't know. Why Chile?
I just said a country. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know, man. I mean, like Argentina, you know, it just like,
See, it's a valid option.
but
Chile,
like I probably wouldn't though.
you would never go.
I mean, I wouldn't say never. I'm never going to say never.
Right.
You know, 2 words you don't use, never and always.
Well, I tell you where I'm definitely going before I die.
Go ahead.
Australia and New
I was
Zealand.
just waiting for you to say Chile.
Definitely going to Australia, New Zealand. 100%.
New Zealand would be very cool.
For sure. I'm
New
going
Zealand would be very cool. Australia, I don't care if I ever go to Australia.
there. How can you say that so confidently?
Just because I don't know it, and so if I don't go, I'll never know.
You don't know it?
I don't know what it's like to be there, and I don't care to find out.
But
Like,
you
when
know
I
what it's like to
die-
be in New Zealand?
No, but I've seen a lot
Oh,
of cool stuff.
I
I've
proved
seen a
my
lot of
point.
cool pictures and stuff of New
Proved
Zealand
my
and
point.
hunting in New Zealand.
Prove my point.
Joey, I'm not saying it couldn't be cool to go to Australia. It's just not on my list.
They have bird hunting there.
Yeah, I know.
It just got
In, like,
reopened
one
up
section.
after like 25 years of being closed, I'm pretty
Is
sure.
it Victoria?
Oh, that I don't know.
I think it is. I think that's the only area you can hunt. Carter's going to look it up for us.
I can hear him
But I'm pretty,
clicking
yeah, I was going to say, I
furiously.
didn't know he was going to until I could hear.
Victoria. You are correct.
Victoria. Wow.
It's the only place you can hunt in Australia.
Victoria, South Australia, Tasmania, and Northern Territory.
Ah,
So
Tasmania. You want
definitely-
to go to Tasmania? The
So-
Northern Territories, eh?
So definitely not the only place, right?
I guess.
Because I'm pretty sure Victoria is south, right?
South of what?
Southern Australia.
South of Asia.
Yes, that is on the southeast coast.
So now, where's the north? Is that 2 different spots?
Yeah.
South and north. Okay. I just wanted to clarify.
I mean, it depends on how you consider a different spot. I mean,
Northern
North-
Territory
North
versus the
Amer- you know,
southeastern country.
Northern United States and Southern United States, still the United States. Is it 2 different places? Sure. It's also the same place.
No, it's not. It's the opposite side of the continent. And yes, Cal, Australia is a continent.
It's also
I'm
a country.
right.
You're not.
What? You just made the argument for me.
Okay.
You're
I'm right.
inside the same country, but different coasts.
Right.
So 2 different areas that you can hunt.
Same country.
You said there's only one place in Australia you can hunt. It's Victoria. And I said there's for sure more than
Well,
one
you didn't
spot.
say that. He then looked it up and figured it out.
Such bad podcasting. Such bad podcasting.
You know what? I think people will enjoy the back and forth of the natural conversation between you and I.
Oh, the conversation of semantics.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Semantics are fun though sometimes.
No, they're not.
They kind of, you love semantics until you don't.
No, I don't.
Carter?
Ask
yeah,
my
you
wife.
like semantics until they're not in your favor.
Mhm.
Just like Gavin likes facts until they're not in his favor.
Mm-hmm. Those are
I'd
both
say-
true
I'd
statements.
say
Carter.
those are a little different.
If we were playing Say What, those are both true.
Yeah.
Rugrat over here was sitting doing the calling videos
Yeah, where his feet.
inward.
Yeah.
So inward.
But not bad.
And he goes, "What? It's not changing anything from going from here to here. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't move my knee." I'm like, "I'm watching the tendon in your knee move." Well, it doesn't change anything. That's not semantics. That's a fact.
Can we got to pull back up that video when we do the racing? Because now I got to see if you run with your feet in. That might be why you're so slow.
Might be.
If you pointed your feet like out just a little bit. Not way out, just like a slight out.
Sure.
Yeah.
What do you think, Carter?
Yeah, we can do the racing after Joey does his backflip. That was
Imagine
promised 3 years ago.
Imagine seeing an Olympic runner like so fast, just super pigeon-toed.
Not happening.
Like I want you to imagine Usain Bolt with his feet just kicked in.
Inward.
Yeah.
He's a real life rugrat.
Yeah. Remember when he ran that, was it 100 meters?
No.
And he like basically jogged the last little bit and still set a world record, Olympic record?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember watching that?
Is it a sport?
It's the Olympics.
Okay.
You don't watch the Olympics either? Just no sports? You just can't watch any of them?
Not really.
He can't watch anything where someone's better than him.
Wow. That's insane.
Well, dude, don't take it like that. It's just semantics.
No.
No, it's just facts.
No.
Now it's semantics.
I'll set the record straight.
Okay.
I have a hard time watching sports. I would much rather play them. It's not because they're better than me. It's because I have better shit to do. I'd rather watch Dragon Ball Z any day over a sports game.
Yeah.
Any day.
How is that better?
Well, they can't be better than him at Dragon Ball Z.
That's it.
Really? You think I can shoot key blasts out of my hands? I
But
can't.
nobody can. It's kind of the point.
Goku can, Cal.
Right.
So
a
can
fictional
Piccolo.
character.
So can Piccolo and Cell.
Now
And
you
his son
should
Gohan.
stop talking though soon.
What's up?
No.
How many more
Now
characters do you
you
want to
should
know
stop
from
talking
Dragon
to-
Ball?
I know you know them all.
I know quite a few.
Catch them all, brother. Whatever you got to do.
Gotta catch them all.
Flyways
Gotta
Hunt Club,
catch-
you can do an anime watch along with Joey.
Oh,
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
that'd be fun.
You know, there is one that I would do, actually. It's called solo leveling. Fire. Solo leveling was unbelievable.
Solo leveling.
That's the name of the anime.
Wow.
Logan Webster
Did
got
you just snap your underwear?
I just, I guess, yeah. I pulled up my pants a little bit.
This guy starts talking anime and he's fixing his underwear. You did just do that though.
Yeah, I got to fix my pants a little bit.
Yeah.
So what?
Got a little excited.
So what?
We could do a live stream watching Ip Man.
Oh, that'd be sick. Subbed or dubbed?
Oh, probably subbed.
Sub?
Oh, we'll do dubbed. We'll do dubbed.
It's on Netflix.
To be honest, I'm sad I've seen that movie as many
He
times
goes,
as I have.
It's on Netflix. Hey, Carter, everybody knows it's on Netflix.
I didn't know it was currently on
They
Netflix.
got all, they have four on Netflix.
Oh, there's so many.
I know.
I've only seen the one.
No, they brought Mike Tyson in for
How
one
come
of
we
them, dude.
watched the one so many times?
Because that's all there was on at that time.
Oh, they've made more.
4 came out in 2019.
Yo, you guys, I got to tell you a very funny story. So the other day, my wife and I are watching TV.
Okay.
And they put on, there's like a commercial that comes on. We're watching a basketball game. And there's a commercial that comes on. And it's for Harry Potter. Okay. And they go into this whole thing. It's like this, but it's not the Harry Potter
The
actors.
remake.
No,
The remake.
The series.
no. It's not the Harry Potter actors though. Okay. And the game I was watching was on Peacock. And this is like coming out as a commercial on Peacock.
Okay.
Bro, it's like when they make these really low budget films and the actors are like not the same, but they're supposed to kind of be the same. What are we talking?
The TV series.
No, bro. It was a theatrical thing in downtown Minneapolis. They're doing a play.
Oh.
But as I'm watching it, Annie she's not really paying attention. She starts paying attention. She goes, wait, what is this? And I'm like, I don't know. She's like, go back. So I'm like going back on the TV to watch this commercial. And she's like, please God, no, please tell me they can't make another one. It's none of the actors. This is all wrong. And I'm like watching, I'm like, this is so low budget. Are you kidding me? And I told Annie while we're watching, I'm like, damn, J.K. Rowling spent her last fucking dollar because they got to make another one of these and it's all shit actors. It's a play.
Right.
The end comes on and it's like, join the theatrical performance downtown at the Guthrie.
Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
The Cursed Child. And I'm like, they didn't make another one of these.
The Cursed Child. You didn't see
you
that
see how they're all like broke versions of the real people?
right.
Crazy, dude. Threw me
What's
off
his name?
So hard. Which one?
The kid from Slytherin actually kind of looks like him.
Draco.
Yeah, Draco Malfoy.
Yeah.
No, they're actually remaking all the movies right now.
No.
Yep.
With new actors?
With new actors. And it's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Okay. And I saw a couple of comments on it, and they're like, why wouldn't we go more in depth into his parents? Like the backstory of the parents. Or
Right.
the backstory of Snape. Or the backstory of...
Well, if they just told the
he
story...
who must not be named.
If they just told the story of
Voldemort.
those people all growing up.
That's what I'm saying. How they
Before
became...
Harry.
What did I just say?
you-
What did I just say
You
that was
said they were gonna
different than what you said?
One movie on Snape, one movie on his parents. Said you could just do them all at once. Just tell the whole tale.
Sure.
What is this right now, Carter?
I'm confused.
No, what is it? We talked about it earlier.
Semantics.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
yeah.
what I said.
You love semantics. See?
Jeez. G's and Pete's. G's and Pete's. Anyway, so I'd rather than make movies on the characters that we don't know a whole lot about. Or what's the guy that turns into a werewolf? Sirius Black?
Yeah.
Do it on him, bro. That'd be sick.
That'd be a good one.
He's a badass actor, too. So, I don't know. It bums me out.
They keep remaking all these movies because none of the movies that they make now do well.
No. Yeah, they're very...
The
They're
theater
very
is
bad.
over.
Yeah.
It'd be a rough time to own theaters.
Yeah. Well, the
Like-
AMC in Maple Grove got turned into a flooring store.
Right.
So,
That's what I'm saying. And that was a pretty nice theater at one time.
It was a very nice theater.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rough time. Like I said, rough time to be in the theater business.
Right. This podcast is also brought to you by Flashback Decoys. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but we've been killing ducks over these motorized decoys that don't have wings that scare off geese. That's huge for us because we're in an area where we kill ducks and geese. So we want something that doesn't scare 50% of what we're trying to kill. Yeah. And guess what does that, Cal?
Spinners.
Flashbacks. Kill the other
you
50%.
said what does.
You
Guess
asked what
what?
does scare things
Yeah,
away.
you literally asked that.
Semantics. It's okay.
Semantics. All right. Jeepers. Jesus. G's and Pete's. You're right.
You
I
do
fucked-
love semantics.
I fucked it up. Not that I love semantics. I fucked it up.
You're doing a great job.
And what doesn't scare 50% of what we're trying to kill, Cal?
Flashbacks.
Good. Flashbacks. Flashbacks don't scare them. So go check out Duck Creek Decoy Works, or you can type in flashback on Google and you will see these amazing machines that flip through the water, create ripples, make it look like a duck is feeding on the water. It looks so realistic. And they're essentially bulletproof. So go check them out.
Go check them out. Joe, we should get into, I wanted to bring up the whole Saskatchewan thing.
Yeah.
So
Big hot button topic right now.
yeah, for those of you guys that have not heard, there are some changes happening north of the border in Saskatchewan. And what they're essentially doing now is you'll be able to buy 2 5-day licenses in the fall and 1 5-day license in the spring. That's obviously just for non-residents. And there's a lot of reasons that this is happening, and there's a lot of opinions about whether those reasons are super valid or not. What's your take on all this, Joe? Or do you want me to kind of go into the backstory of, yeah. So, I mean, essentially what they're saying, for why this is happening, is a big reason is illegal outfitting. Okay. And if you guys, haven't heard about this going on, essentially what happens is, hunters are posing as DIY hunters. They go up there in the early part of the year and then they cycle in and out multiple groups that pay them under the table. And essentially, these guys are getting away with it, and there's apparently enough of a problem with it that they have decided to make a change to try to cut down on the illegal guiding that's happening. And so there's kind of 2 sides to this, right? Do you want me to kind of go through some of that, Joe? the illegal guiding is obviously a huge problem. They don't want that going on up there. And people are running full season operations, rotating paying clients in and out. They're undercutting legit outfitters and making a lot of money doing it because they're not paying taxes on it. They're just getting paid cash under the table or whatever it is that they're doing. And obviously they're not going through the proper channels to be able to do this. And I think another big thing that has happened that has pissed off a lot of outfitters in Canada, from what I've read, is these guys obviously don't have these long, most of these guys that are doing this don't have these long existing relationships with farmers, Joe. And so they're burning fields or they're saying, hey, can I come and hunt with my 5 buddies? And then, I've read a bunch of stories online from Canadian news and stuff like that, where then they show up with 15 guys. And obviously it's not very common for a group of dudes to be DIY hunting with 15 dudes. And so I think that's a pretty easy giveaway. And so landowners are getting really tired of this. And it's actually getting to a point where a lot of landowners are just saying no to hunting altogether, when there's obviously a lot of people that are just doing the right thing. They're doing normal things. They're going up there and DIY hunting. Now they're not able to get permission anymore either because these farmers are so turned off by what is going on and the way that their fields are getting treated and all that. So I think there's a lot of outfitters and people that hunt up there that are concerned about the long-term effects of these, landowners no longer being willing to give permission. And obviously anyone who's up there that's legally outfitting is not super stoked about all the illegal outfitting that's going on because it's not the way it's supposed to work. The other side of the tale is, there's a lot of freelance hunters that go up there. Not that many people in Canada actually hunt ducks if you look at the statistical numbers.
Isn't it like 12,000 residents or something?
If you want to look it up, Carter, I don't want to mess this up. But, look up how many residents are in Saskatchewan and then how many of them actually buy a waterfowl hunting license or do any waterfowl hunting. But, the other side of this is, hey, look, the majority of people that are going up there are just going up for like a week-long trip. This isn't them, doing some illegal outfitter program. And I think the fact that for a lot of us in America, if we want to drive up there, it's nothing for me and you in comparison to what some people would have to do for travel if they're like from the South. Mm-hmm. And to be able to only go up there for a 5-day hunting stretch, a lot of guys like to go for 7 or 8 days because it is such a far journey to get there, which is something that even you and I have kind of gone through before where it's like, damn.
Well, I'm sure you could pile your 2 5 days together, right?
I don't actually know. And maybe when Carter's done looking up this, he can look that up too. Well, what did you find, Carter?
This is saying it's a big number.
Really? What does it say?
Let me just double check here.
I can keep going on some of the other things here.
Just look at how many resident hunters hunted waterfowl.
Well, it says in 2023, Canada had 145,000.
Canada or Saskatchewan?
It doesn't break it down by province or province. Yeah.
Semantics.
Yep. Canada had 145,000 licensed waterfowl hunters in total. Only 17,000 were non-Canadians.
Oh, wow. That's a big disparity.
Yeah.
So only 17,000 from everywhere else in the world.
That's what it's saying here.
Wow. That's way lower than I would have thought it was.
Me too. I feel like I've seen numbers that say that's not.
So here's my thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, to me, in general, like to the people that are illegally guiding in Canada, that would make me terrified to do that. Let's say you get caught when you're doing something illegal in a different country.
Yeah, not good.
You're going to be in big trouble, dude.
Yep.
You're going to be in big trouble. Like you go across the border and they make you like check all your stuff and they ask you how long you're going to be there.
Right.
And if you say I'm going to be here for 2 months, they're going to be like, what are you doing here? And you lie and you say something else. And then you come back after 60 days or whatever, and you have a shitload of cash on you. And they're going to be like, you have a waterfowl trailer. You have 20 grand cash that you didn't have when you got here.
Well, I don't think it's even like that, Joe. I think a lot of people are just going up there and they're like, what are you doing up here? I'm duck hunting. How long are you here for? 2 months. They're like, oh, okay. Why so long? Oh, I took some time off work this year, and I've always wanted to stay up here for a little while and just hunt for a couple months straight, and so that's what I'm doing.
Well,
And
sure,
then
you
go
can
back,
make the argument.
and it's like, hey, unless they're searching every single inch of your truck, it's not like they're going to find $20,000 in cash.
Well, you have to declare.
Or you
sup-
don't.
You're supposed to declare it, though. If you have
Yeah. No, I
an
understand
excess
what you're
of so
saying.
much cash, nicotine, alcohol,
But if they're doing
anything.
something illegal, they're not going to declare it.
That's what I was just going to say. Like,
but
I
then
don't
you're even more boned. You're even more boned when they do check you. And they go, oh my God, you have 20 grand cash? I don't know. It just seems incredibly risky. It's so risky, dude. But I was looking up while you were talking about all that, Cal, how to become a licensed outfitter in Saskatchewan.
yeah.
And now there's some stuff missing on here when I typed it into Chat GPT. Like I know you need to have a section,
Right. You need to buy a section.
right? And the way that most people do it is they buy an outfitter from people.
Right.
They buy the section from someone. And that might differ from Manitoba to Alberta to Saskatchewan. I know that I'm not the most educated on this. This is just what my friends who have had outfitters up there have told me.
Or have worked for them.
Or have worked for them. You need a work visa. And that needs to be approved. It's not something you can just go to the border and be like, hey, I'm coming up here to work. And they're going to be like, no, you're
Right.
not. You
Right.
know? And then you have to pay taxes on that money. So you need to like say how much money you made up there. And then you also get taxed on that in the States too. So a lot of people will try to subvert that, And so, I don't know. It just sucks that we have these rules in place and people are going around them to now, like, let's say in 30 years or whenever I retire, I want to go to Canada for 60 days, 30 days at a time with my kids or something and freelance myself. Now I can't do that in Saskatchewan. So people that are doing illegal shit in the eyes of Canada, those are their laws and they're breaking those laws and people feel like that's making a big effect on everyone else's waterfowl hunting. You just ruined it for everybody else. It bums me out. Now, how many people are really going there for more than 10 days at a time? I don't
Probably
know.
not very many, man. I don't know. And
Out of the
I think
17,000, let's just say all of those 17,000 people that weren't Canadian,
yeah.
let's say all of those are American, which we know that's not the case.
I bet a lot of them are.
For sure. Let's just say 16,000 of them are American. That's pretty
Sure.
conservative.
That's a lot of them, yeah.
Pretty conservative. How many of those 16,000 do you think are going to spend more than 10 days there? 1,000?
Maybe. I don't think even that. Personally.
Yeah. So, I mean, in reality, it sounds like it sucks for us. I'm kind of playing devil's advocate here, right? For context, Carter, when you clip this, I'm playing devil's advocate. So when you look at it from a number standpoint, only 17,000 people are buying licenses there. Maybe 1,000 people are staying longer than 10 days. Let's just say 300 of them are staying longer than 30 days.
If that, yeah.
That don't have a work visa, because if you have a work visa, you're good. So,
right.
My question was, can those 2 5-day licenses be used back to back, or does they need
Well,
to be
that's
a
what
break?
Joey was asking. You want to look it up and see?
I can't find
yeah.
It's so
that they've they haven't put anything out about when you can use them that I can see here.
Yeah, that'll be the interesting thing if they need to have a time space in between them. Because if they don't, then I don't think it really affects that many people. It's like, all right, I'll just go for 10 days.
The worst
That's
case
what a lot of people
scenario
do,
would
but-
be if you need a break between them, or if you have to declare when those dates are when you apply for the license.
Bingo. Yeah, that'd be hard. That'd be really hard. I think my question goes to, if the real argument is that it's illegal outfitting, what could be done instead?
Well, what I just gave as an example, right? You have to declare the amount of money you have going up, like the amount of cash. And I'm pretty sure they already keep a record on you from when you go in and when you come back. That's why it takes so long.
Yeah, but again, Joe, like, you're now also creating your own problem.
Sure, but if you're going there for longer than 10 days, then it's like, okay, we're going to search this guy's shit.
But like you said though, the problem is on the way back. You know?
No, I don't know.
When you come, they don't care how much money. If you go in there and you declare $20,000, or if you go in there and they search you and you have $20,000,
Right. When you go in. Yeah.
Sure. The problem isn't going in. It's they're coming out with, you know what I mean? Like you're saying you're going to catch them because they have so much money on them.
Right.
Two things with that. Just being honest. I know a lot of waterfowl hunters, bro. If you make $20,000 up there, you're not coming home with $20,000. Most of them aren't. Some of them, maybe. A few of them. But a lot of guys spend money. You know, it's not like they're like up there like with their little savings stash. Like, dude, guys are at, you know, guys are out and about. They're having fun. They go to the bars every night. You know, like that's... So my point being, it's not the Canadians that are going to search you on the way back through. It's the Americans.
That's what I was going to say. The Canadians have no way to check how much you made up there because they're not the ones checking you on the way back in, unless the game warden stops you.
You don't get checked by the United States. You get checked by Canada. When you come back, you don't get checked by Canada. You get checked by the United States. The only thing they stop you for in Canada is if you have birds.
I guess.
You know what I mean?
I guess. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I think my question would be, though, is there something else they could have done to cut down on the illegal outfitting? And I think this is what they're saying is their answer. And I can see why they got there so quickly. Because it's like, oh, people are abusing the system. Well, then fine, let's just tell them they can't be here for more than 10 days this year. You know, and then like, boom, problem solved. Now you can only, even if you were to illegally guide, you're going to get like one group, you're going to be here for 5 days at a time. So you're going to do 2 groups this year.
Well, no, I mean, they could still just say they're going to be there for 60 days and, you know, I'm going to waterfowl hunt for 10 and then I'm going to hang out with family the rest of the time. You know, there's going to be a way around it.
Yeah.
There's going to be a way around it. So it's just a matter of.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's the thing too. It's like, obviously, you know, they can put these laws in place. And like you said, if a guy goes out there and sets up decoys and stuff, but they're not hunting, I don't know either. I don't know how that's going to work either. Are you not allowed in Canada to drive out in the field and set decoys up and not hunt?
Depends if you have a gun on you or not, I guess.
And if you don't have a gun, then what? You know what I mean? Like, how are they going to stop that from happening anyway? Like, you can guide without hunting.
Yeah, but they're going to be like, did any of you pay?
And then they're all like, no. I'm like, oh, okay. Because the thing is, too, here's the other thing that I was thinking about with this. Why couldn't you just take the money in the U.S.? I mean, if your whole thing is like, we're going to catch you with all this cash.
Nobody's going to pay fully before the end of the.
No, but I mean, like, if you're already doing it under the table and it's like people you know, then you're just going to be like, yeah, it's 50% up front. We bill on this date, and then we bill the final 50% on this date.
I mean, I don't think that they're saying, like, they're not just bringing their friends out there, dude. Like, they're advertising on social media.
Right.
And they're saying, hey, I'm selling hunts up in Saskatchewan.
Right.
And then when they get checked, they're like, no, we're just hanging out and hunting.
Right.
You know, but I don't think that they're really getting checked. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough DNR officers or whatever they call them up there, you know?
Yeah. No, I get it.
Game and fish.
I was just, in my head initially was just like, what could be done differently? Like, what else could they do? If that's what it's about, what would be another, you know, solution to that problem?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, man, I think the only thing, like now especially, they're going to be like, how long are you going to be here for? And they're going to say 30 days. And they're going to be like, but you have a waterfowl trailer. Let me see your work visa. You know? And they're going to be like, or what?
But they can't. Yeah, but they can't just tell you can't go in because you have a waterfowl trailer either. You know what I mean?
In the entire province of Saskatchewan, there's 147 COs.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also how many people live in Saskatchewan?
Saskatchewan is ginormous, bro.
It's huge.
And that's spread out over 40 offices. So it's like not even 4 an office.
Right.
Population of Saskatchewan's 1.3 mil.
What's that? 0.001% of the population?
147 divided by 1.3 mil?
Yeah.
Minnesota has about 150 COs.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
How many people live in
They're
Minnesota?
Active. They are active.
A lot.
Yeah, like 7
Over-
million.
No,
8 million?
It's like 5 to 6 million.
Well, they're also not patrolling Minneapolis.
Right. Yeah, last I checked, I think it was like
5.84 mil.
yeah. Yeah, because like the metro sees about 5 million people come and go.
Metro is 55% of the population.
Kind of wild.
It is kind of wild. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
My thing is, it hurts me to see more regulations put on something that was like, I kind of felt like Canada was the last frontier of like less regulations, I guess, for waterfowl.
Yeah.
You know, like you can shoot 8 ducks a day. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, you can shoot 8 darks a day, like specs in Canada's. And you can shoot 20 white geese, 20 or 25 white geese a day during the fall. And it's just like liberal limits.
And you can shoot cranes too.
You can shoot cranes. You can, like, it just seems like endless. It's the land of the living skies.
We were talking about that one time because I think, Carter, you should look up the actual numbers, but I think it's 5 cranes. It's either 3 or 5 cranes. You can shoot 8 darks, 8 ducks, and 20 snows.
Yeah.
So like in a day, if you got into like 2 of the right fields, in one day, you can kill like 40 birds
Per guy.
per guy.
Yep.
Legally.
Yeah.
Is it 5 or 3 cranes, Carter?
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 21 plus 41. 41 birds.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
And if you wanted to, you could go out and shoot upland too.
Yeah, I guess.
Or snows.
That's
Well,
what we
that's what he
included
was saying.
snows,
Oh,
20.
okay.
Yeah. But
That's insane.
it's a lot.
It's like the last frontier, the last little bit of regulation. And now it just feels like there's just a little bit more regulation to it. Use just like less freedom, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, and who knows, maybe that's what we need in waterfowl is less freedom. I mean, look at the numbers of everything. You know, look at what we've done in the past as a species to that species.
Yeah, but I mean, I know you agree with me. I don't think that hunting is like the thing that's like hurting bird populations.
No.
You know, I think we have way bigger problems than that.
Mm-hmm.
Habitat.
Stuff that's way harder to control.
Yeah. Yeah. And stuff that is also, I think the other thing that's really tough about all the other stuff is other people rely on it for so many other things. You know, like habitat loss and businesses taking up land that was habitat and farmers, you know, putting in drain tile and, you know, like all these things, like it's other industries that are clashing with us trying to protect, you know, birds.
I was just talking to Polly about it the other day. It's like
Polly Heigl?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I got trying and roasted me for a clip that we posted the other day.
Always.
You know, it's like what would you change about duck hunting?
Yeah.
And it's like I was thinking in the sense of what could we change that only affects duck hunting? You know what I mean? Like we can control our limits, our season dates, and
we can control the way that we manage land, but we don't do it that well.
We can control how we hunt, right? We can control how we hunt. We can't tell someone what they can and can't do with their own property, you know? And it's like, I am always for less regulation, but at the same time, left unchecked, it's bad.
Run rampant.
It's bad. But at the same time, if I had 1,000 acres and someone came onto my property and said, you can't make it so that your family makes more money off of how you make money. So like drain tiling, for instance, it's like I have these areas that get so flooded in the fall that I can't either plant or I can't plant it or I can't harvest it. So I'm losing all this money on seed. I know how to stop that from getting flooded. And now this agency is coming in here and telling me that I can't make more money for my family.
Right.
That would upset me as the farmer, you know?
Right.
So, but at the same time, as a duck hunter, I'm like, hey, you need to keep the habitat that is great for what I really care about. I don't care about your family, you know, and what you guys need. I care about the resource. That's messed up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the hard part, that it's going to be pretty hard to tell people what they can and can't do on their land that they've been doing it like that for X amount of years.
Right.
And I see both sides of it. Obviously, I consider myself a conservationist to an extent, right? I'm not like doing everything that I can as a conservationist.
Don't build wood ducks boxes and
I have built quite a few
of your spare time.
No,
right?
I have built quite a few in my life, but it's like I also don't make them every year and put them on public property or whatever people do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do want to have more ducks and like shoot them. So it's like, and I want to be able to pass it on to my kids. It feels like every year the duck hunting keeps getting a little bit worse. So at least in our area in Minnesota, and I know it's always going to change, whatever.
Yeah.
But
I get it.
That's the tough part.
That is the tough part. It's that war between, regulation and being someone who's obviously not for it. We have to do some kind of regulating to continue to preserve waterfowl numbers, at least to the extent that we want them to be preserved to.
Right.
And so there has to be some kind of balance, where you're not maybe affecting someone's livelihood, but there needs to be other areas where we're trying to be smart about it. And that's the hard thing. It's just like you said, it's like, is that in the interest of everybody, or is that in the interest of the million of us that still hunt ducks that want to still do it forever?
Right.
And that's the way out that happens. It's like, well,
what supersedes what?
Exactly. 329 million people that don't care about this, or 1 million that do.
Right.
And those are the numbers. And that's the hard part. That is the scary thing that people need to realize and like wake up to. It's like, hey, you are one of 330.
Yeah.
That's the facts. You need to take 330 people and put them in a room. One of you hunt ducks. That's the truth.
That's crazy.
One of you. Now, if you're in Minnesota, some places like it might be more, but yeah, that's the numbers. You take 1 out of 330 people. That's how many people hunt ducks in a room is 1. So
right.
That's the battle. And you're arguing against 329 other people who just don't care. And they want all the other things that are happening to happen that are hurting the water, hurting waterfowl populations.
Well, here's a good example of using governmental reach to tell people what they can and can't do on their land, right? So there's this place in Minnesota that I grew up hunting, and the government came in and said, hey, you're dumping too many chemicals into the waterways. So now if you have any sort of a waterway on your property, you need to have 50 feet of some sort of a filter plant.
Buffer strip law.
Buffer strip law. You need to have 50 feet, or is it 50 yards? I don't know. It's a lot of acreage if you have a lot of waterway on your property. And so what all the people in this area did is they now put signs in their front yard that says, we do not allow hunting. Ask your governor why.
Big mad.
So now everyone in that area refuses to allow anyone to waterfowl hunt. And it sucks because there's so many birds there. And what they do now is the birds are hurting their crops. And so they try to apply for depredation permits. Depredation permits.
Semantics.
And so, well, that's, that's a word, but anyway, so they will apply for a permit to shoot them in the spring because they're hurting their crops. It's like, the government is trying to do something good by stop poisoning the waterway, right? You can still farm the way that you want to farm, but you can't farm this strip in front of the waterway so that your chemicals stop going into the water. And what those people did, which I understand it, dude. If I owned land like that and people were telling me how to do my shit, I would say no, but you still have to follow the law. And so their way of fighting back is by not allowing anyone to hunt in that area.
I think the craziest thing about that, though, is like, dude, this is how it works when you live anywhere, though. Like, whatever you're doing,
it's a new thing for there.
Cannot negatively impact a bunch of other people. You know what I mean? So you can't just be dumping shit into the waterway system because it's convenient for you and you get an extra 50 feet of crop. Like that's not how it works, man.
It turns into multiple dozens of acres, though. At the end of the day,
I get
that's taking away from their family.
In the state, 28 million acres were put into buffer strips due to that law.
I get that. I do. It's just, I also understand, even if I own that land, it's like what you're doing can't negatively impact the environment and everybody else
Say
around
that to
you.
everyone else that is negatively impacting the environment, though. And so
so many people.
If I was that farmer, dude, I'd say, okay, stop people from burning tires and dumping oil in the sewer drains and doing this and that. Look at Minneapolis as a whole. They are allowed to put X amount of gallons of waste into the river system.
Right.
Per year, per month. You know? You can't eat multiple fish over 20 inches from the Mississippi River anymore. There was an article that just came out the other day. Are fish safe to eat in Minnesota? Period. Because of how much pollutants are in our water. It's a Fox News story. And it's like, man, we got to pick one. You know, they're allowing these large companies to put garbage into the environment, right? But then we're hurting the little farmer. You know, all of it's bad. Pollutants bad. But who's actually being affected by it the most? So if I was a farmer and I'm looking online and I'm seeing the pharmaceutical companies and cardboard plants and plastic plants are able to dump shit into the river, and you're worried about my little bit of fertilizer in this strip that could run all the way to Minneapolis water system from hundreds of miles away, but those guys are literally directly dumping it into the water system, I'd be like, tell them that they can't do that shit. You know? Why are you taking away 300 acres from my property?
But do you think that part of the reason that they did that, though, is because it is 28 million acres? Like, they were like, damn, there's a lot of land butted up against water.
Sure.
And it's all connecting somewhere. And
like I said, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I understand.
Right. But at the same time, it's like, picture the farmer and be like, why do you care about my 200 acres? You know?
Yeah.
When they're literally dumping thousands of gallons of toxic waste into the river system.
For sure.
You
I'm
know?
just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean,
Anyway.
for context, I get both sides.
Right.
I get both sides. As a duck hunter, let's preserve the habitat. But at the same time, as a landowner and an American, don't tell me what to do with my shit.
Right.
It's a really tough thing.
Yeah. Also, if there was like a river running through your backyard, though, you know, you would probably like maybe think twice about like just dumping chemicals on your back lawn.
Sure.
Don't you think? I would. I was like, whoa, might not want to have a ton of chemicals back here that would run into that river, huh?
Right.
Yeah. So,
For sure.
sort of tough. Again, devil's advocate.
I know, but at the same time, it's like,
My land. Not your river, though.
it's our river.
Shoot.
It's our river.
Right.
Technically, each day you go into that river, it's a completely different water.
True.
Write that down.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a different person. It's not the same person or the same water you're stepping into every day.
Same fertilizer, though.
No, it's gone.
No. Just keeps draining.
Goes downstream. That's the point. That's what I'm saying. It's not your problem after that day.
Someone else's fertilizer.
Problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was quite the tangent.
It was.
That was quite the tangent.
It was. Okay.
Saskatchewan, real quick. Let's just conclude it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm pretty bummed about only being allowed to go there for 10 days. Realistically, do I think I'm going to stay there longer than 10 days anyway? No. I do applaud you for trying to fix something that is pissing off your residents and the locals. It just feels like it's going to affect us.
It feels like it's going to affect a lot of people that shouldn't be affected by it.
Yeah. A couple of bad eggs are making the whole bushel.
Mm-hmm.
Couple bad apples.
Bushel
eggs, baby.
Bushel 'em up.
Semantics.
You love them. Yeah. Guys, this podcast is brought to you by OnX. And if you guys don't have OnX yet, you should. And you should use our discount code MWF20 for 20% off your elite code or your state. But just get the elite because you're going to want to use it. It's fun to look at other states and see what's happening in all the other places. Recent imagery, if you guys have not heard about that, pretty epic in terms of like trying to even just scout some of the migration stuff coming back to you or leaving and coming to you. So check it out. use recent imagery. You're going to love it. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening. I know there's a lot happening in terms of the Canada thing, so we'd love to hear your opinion on it. Shoot us a message on Instagram, or better yet, join Flyways Hunt Club. You can do that at the link tree in any of our bios. It's a new waterfowl community. For those of you that have missed it, we are looking for a place where guys can share information. We can upload exclusive content, more content, live podcasts. We're doing a ton of stuff on there.
Yeah, the stuff that doesn't get pulled down by YouTube.
Right.
Because we said gun in our podcast.
Actually, in the last one, we didn't even say it.
We didn't even say gun. It just violated their gun stuff.
Harmful guidelines.
Insane.
Unbelievable. So
didn't say gun, didn't show a gun, didn't talk about killing anything.
Yeah.
No dead anything.
Talked about
Ridiculous.
duck hunting habitat, and they took it down.
Nice.
One of the things I would have thought of all the videos they would promote was us
Right.
talking about a resource.
Right. But no. But if we were talking about data centers, they would have pushed it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure. We can do that.
And then also, if you want to do a calling lesson with me for duck or goose, I only do them now in the hunt club. So be sure to sign up for the hunt club. Giving out lessons left and right.
And we just filmed 7 new calling tutorial videos that are be on there too.
Get out.
More in depth after 9 years of teaching people how to duck and goose call 1-on-1.
900 lessons?
9 years.
No, you said you've done 900 lessons.
Almost. Yeah. I'm at like
That's nuts.
860 something. It's a lot.
So many.
It's a lot.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Hey, Carter, one more thing.
Yeah.